Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. Today, I'm going to show you the total elaboration of perfectly competitive market. Basically, there are two types of market in market structure. One is perfect market and another one is imperfect market. So here, among the imperfect markets, the types of the markets are monopoly, oligopoly, duopoly, and monopolistic competitive market. In short, it is MCM and so and so. And in case of perfect market, there is mainly one types of market is there, which one is perfectly competitive market. So what is perfectly competitive market? At first, we'll see few basic characteristics of this. Here, we can see that in case of number of buyers and sellers, there is no limitations. That means the number of buyers and sellers are many in this perfectly competitive market. And then in case of shape of demand curve, it is horizontal. That means it will intersect the baseline at infinity. That means the value of epsilon is infinite. And in case of making products, all of the time, they try to make homogeneous product. And in case of control over price, there is no restriction. That means there is no control over price on there. And the last one is there is no barrier. So what is there is no barrier means? In perfectly competitive market, free entry and exit is in short run. That means there is a practical example. When firm earns, new investors are attracted to enter the market. And conversely, when firm incur losses, some investors exit the market. So here it means that when the profit is occurring, that means new investors can enter the market by his own choice. And again, new investors, and again, the investors can leave the market by his own choice when there is loss. There is fully freedom on there. Now, there are basically two stages mainly, and these stages are based on time period, and the stages are short run and long run. And in this case, three situations can be happen. We can in profit maximizing condition in perfectly competitive market based on the two stages. These situations are supernormal profit, loss, and break-even point. And in case of supernormal profit, we can say it also economical profit. And in this, and these three situations are happening based on this equation. And this equation is here pi means profit, and profit is equals to TR minus TC. And here TR is total revenue and TC is total cost. And after that, here is an example of data table. And we can see here in this data table at point 50, that means at the time of quantity 50, we can see there is a Q star marked. And this Q star means this is the equilibrium position of boundary from where we can identify the profit and losses. And in there, the outputs are given and all the outputs are negative. That means we can assume that here losses are happening. So what is happening here? In short run stage, the situation is loss. So here, mainly from the equation, we get that TR is less than TC. So here TR is less than TC means here is a graph, and in this graph, the quotation marks are given, and here we can see the Q star point. This is the equilibrium point of Q star, and the yellow shaded area is loss area. How this is happening? There is the proof from the graphical analysis. We can see they are determining the areas, and by this they are proving that this is a loss area. So here we can see that the area of TR is this area, and the area of TC is this total area, and that's why the area of TR is less than area of TC. That's why the area of the yellow shaded region is negative. That's why it is loss. After that, we'll discuss about the short run stage, the supernormal profit situation. And we can say it also economical profit situation. Here, what is happening? It is the vice versa of the loss. That means here TR is greater than TC. That means total revenue is greater than TC. So here is the data table of it. And we can see the equilibrium position is at 54. And in this case, all the outputs are positive. That's why here profit is shown. So here, this is the graphical view, and the yellow shaded region is now supernormal profit. But here we can see that the area of TR is with the yellow shaded area, the total area, and the area of TC, that means total cost, is only this white shaded area. So that means if we subtract from TR to TC, then we get the yellow shaded area as the positive one. That's why here the supernormal profit is gaining. Now we'll talk about the stage in long run. So basically we show that in short run, the two situations are happening. One is economical profit and another one is loss. But here in long run, we'll see the another term, which one is break-even point. So how this is happening? So there are the elaboration. We can see that in long run, price is equals to cost. The two break-even points, Q1 and Q2. That means there was a surrounded region of Q1 and Q2 from where we will identify the profit and loss in our previous sectors. But here this will twist and merge into one point at equilibrium at Q star. So at this point there is no gap between them. So there is no gap between them means there is no profit or no loss will be there. So in this case, the diagram shows average revenue, marginal revenue, and price and marginal cost are equal. And average cost are also equilibrium at the output of Q star. That means in this case, the output is 0 at the equilibrium point. So thus in the long run, a perfectly competitive firm operates at the break-even point, making 0 economic profit. Here, economic profit or supernormal profit is 0, but generally the firms will earn few profits from the revenue, but mainly the profit which is shown in the equilibrium point, it will be 0. So from the equation, we can say that here total revenue is equals to total cost. That means profit is 0 at break-even point. And this break-even point is also known as no loss, no profit, and no loss point. Here is the data table of this situation. And we can see that in this data table at output 5 in Q star, we will see the profit output is 0. So here is the graph, and we can see that at Q star, all the things are intersects, and here the output is 0. So these are the quotation, and we can see that there was the points of P and C and A and B in previous figure. There was a shaded region was created, but in this case, they all are at the same point. So this is the proof, and we can see that Here, the area of TR and area of TC both are equal, and this area is given. And from if we subtract from TR to TC, we will get the area 0. So that's why this point at Q star is called break-even point or no profit, no loss point. So these are the things. And thank you, dear audience, for your patience.